The Prayer of Jabez. Please open your Bible with me to the book of 1 Chronicles chapter 4, verses 9 and 10. Love, this begat this, this begat this. If you go back to chapter 1 of the 1 Chronicles chapter 1, we are going to see how the genealogies from Adam to Abraham, to the descendant of Ishmael, to Edom, to Esau, to Judah, and like that. It was the book of record, the book of Chronicles. But when you come to chapter 4, there was a pause in the genealogies just to highlight the transformation experience that Jabez had when he called upon the God of Israel. In verse 4, it says, "And Jabez was more honorable than his brethren." Now, it started with the positivity of what happened to Jabez. I would like us to understand that the name Jabez literally means sorrow or pain. Jabez understood that the status quo has to change. Imagine any time people call him Jabez, he remember the story that the mother shared with us. "I named you Jabez because of the pain that you caused me." And we have seen many people in the Bible that God had to change their name because of the assignment that they had for them. The name of Saul was changed to Paul because of the encounter that he had with the Lord. So when Jabez called upon the name of the God of Israel, his name became honorable. His name was transformed, and he was able to bring out a beautiful story out of what he has experienced. The Bible says, "And Jabez was more honorable than his brethren." Imagine growing up with such label. Every time the brother calls him, every time people call him, he keeps remembering the pain. That, "Oh, I caused my parents pain." And that pain of the past can actually be a stumbling block to his testimony in the future. But he knows that he cannot change this experience except he had an encounter with God. Many people carry names or labels that were given to them in the past. When you read the book of The Big Perspective of that was a book written by Ben Carlson. He narrated the story how everybody in his community, including his teacher, named him Dollard. But he said the mother stood the ground and said, "My child is not dull. My child can make it." And the parents will give him assignment and say, "You are going to read 4 books within 1 week." And that was how Ben Carlson picked up. And whenever they ask questions in the class, he's going to be the one that will answer it. Because his stories changed. He was determined and said, "This name of Dollard must change. I must change my situation." Also, we saw the account of Jabez. He said this story must change. And in verse 10, the Bible said he called on the God of Israel. He has had testimonies in the past about how the God of Israel does wonders. And he said, "I must experience this." So he called upon the God of Israel. Imagine the label in the past, our mistakes and our crisis in the past, our failure in the past, the addiction of the past, the average life of the past, the unwanted life of the past. The Lord can change all of these past experiences and give us a new testimony. The Bible said he will make a way in the wilderness and he will make a river in the desert. Those are the new things that the Lord wants to do for us. He wants to change the average life of the past.